Wow, have a look at this.
Previously on My Kitchen Rules.
I'm Jessica.
With 6 new teams, the introductions began.
I'm Bianca, nice to meet you.
But for newlyweds, Yuel and Chanel,
I love him.
the honeymoon was soon over.
Just because it's sweet doesn't mean it's good.
Next,
So we're quite confident we'll do a much better job at our instant restaurant.
Queenslanders David and Corinne were banking on a smooth ride.
It's going to blow them away.
But the wind was soon knocked out of their sails.
There definitely wasn't any wow. That gives you a grand total score of 46.
Big sigh of relief.
Tonight, the young besties,
Welcome to Tassie!
Thalia and Bianca, are out to prove they can cook.
I'm looking forward to seeing the 12-year-olds tonight. What they're going to make is baked beans on toast.
This is my grandma's dish and I really want to do it proud.
But while age is no barrier in the kitchen,
It was so good that there wasn't enough of it.
an age-old problem
Right now they're at the bottom. David's in panic mode.
Seriously, it doesn't sound like a competition dish.
rears its ugly head at the table.
This is the best. This is the best night. This is the best. This is the best night. This is the best. And everything's alright. We live the best life. This is the best night of my life. This is the best night of my life.
Tonight's instant restaurant is in Hobart, where besties Thalia
Morning! Are you excited?
and Bianca hope to impress their dinner guests and their cooking idols.
Here we go, cooking for 12 people today.
Cooking from the news today. So it's the start of the most important day of our life to date.
All right, so I want you to have some fruit. It's going to be a long day.
It's so nice to have supportive family around us. They're so excited for us and they're our #1 support.
You'll be great today, girls, I reckon.
Thanks, Dad. We can do it.
Hi, I'm Thalia, and this is my BFF, Bianca.
And we're uni students from
Tasmania. Bianca and I went all through high school together, and now we go to uni together. Bianca and I pretty much do everything together. We study together, we work together, and of course we cook together.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Although we have mastered the deep fryer, we do have bigger ambitions in the food industry.
That could go nice with calamari. Our food philosophy is based all around fresh food, and we love using Tasmanian produce to highlight our dishes. We'd like to open a fresh food bar where we have great fresh produce that just highlights the island we come from. My heart surely belongs in the kitchen. Both our hearts do.
You know, you serve.
Bon appetit. We're here to do Tassie proud, and we're going to win.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on, hurry. We've got to go and get the salmon. Let's go, let's go. It's so hard to think of the day as a whole. It just seems like there's so much to do and so little time. So we leave for the market, and so we're just in a rush. We don't want to get behind the clock.
The girls are full of beans. They're quite sweet, bless. They're cotton socks.
But they might not be able to handle the pressure as well because of their age.
All right, let's get that salmon. We're going to see so many people we know down here. At the markets, we're looking for beautiful Tasmanian salmon for our main course. Could we please get 15 pieces of Tasmanian salmon?
Thank you. For main, we're cooking fish and chips.
Thalia and Bianca, as we know, work in a fish and chip shop. I'm not sure that they're going to be doing deep-fried fish and chips because that seems a little bit obvious. The key to perfectly cooked fish is not overcooking it, no matter what type of fish it is.
It's ready for you. Great, thank you. Our twist on fish and chips is not going to be what the guests are expecting.
Thank you.
Under promise, over deliver.
You coming, BJ?
I'm coming! Oh, which way is it? There it is. Where?
When I was their age, I don't know how I would have gone in a competition like this where the stakes are so high.
But girls can't be underestimated.
No.
Just because of their age. So.
No.
Yuel and Chanel got 53.
Yep.
David and Corinne got 46.
Yep.
Both really low scores.
In uni terms, that's a fail. Do we fail?
No.
I'm looking forward to seeing the 12-year-olds tonight, see what they can come up with. It's like, how do they know how to cook? What they're going to make is baked beans on toast.
We're not going that way.
We're a little bit frazzled because we have such a long list of shopping. If we fall behind schedule at the supermarket, it's going to affect the rest of our day.
Go! Put mine in there too.
Everyone's kind of calling them the young ones, but I don't think we can underestimate them.
Not at all.
So the vanilla extracts for our dessert.
We need 3/8 of a teaspoon.
I think we'll be right.
Yeah. Oh, white chocolate for the ice cream. For dessert, we're cooking Bomb Alaska.
For dessert, we've got Bomb Alaska, which is a quite traditional dessert. It's usually a sponge cake on the bottom, ice cream on top of that, and then covered with meringue.
A Bomb Alaska can be served on fire, flambéed with some alcohol, or not. The biggest challenge the girls are going to face is that ice cream. It's like a ticking time bomb. They have to get it to the table without it melting.
Cream of tartar for a pinch for our meringue. Cream of tartar? Yep. The Bomb Alaska is a dish that was really popular in the 70s, but we're going to put a modern twist on it tonight. We are using Italian meringue and torching it instead of setting it on fire. I'm coming! We are losing time quickly, and we've still got to get all the fresh produce to decorate our room.
We want to surround our guests with all this fresh produce, make them think that they're at a market. Thank you.
We're not even sure how much we've ordered. Hopefully we haven't gone overboard.
Oh my God, there's more. Oh my God.
We see 4 trolleys being wheeled out, and we're like, surely they're not all for us.
Look at all this stuff. What are we going to do with all this?
We have no idea how we're going to fit all this in our little car.
Let's just think.
Can I push them in like a train?
Yeah.
Ready?
I've got a feeling that the girls are going to be really organised. I think they're going to be on top of all the elements, and I've got a feeling it's going to be quite a smooth night.
All right, I'm going to roll here with my two.
I think I've got it. People are looking and laughing. Sorry. I'm not feeling calm at this point. That is not an option not to get everything in. This is all essential.
This car's bursting at the seams. We better get home quick.
Okay, this car's full. Okay, we're good. Well,
We thought the shopping was going to be easy.
If this is the easy part, what's to come? Shopping's done. Got it set up. I've got the salmon. That's really important. We've got to unpack the car and we've got to set up. All right.
Plan looks great.
The name of our instant restaurant is The Market Kitchen. It's all about bringing fresh produce from the market onto the plate. It's what we've grown up with.
All right, pull it back your way a little bit. I'll just cut it. Yeah. The first job to do is to wrap this table. We thought it would be a nice touch to wrap it in the brown paper. Try and get this under the table. That looks too messy.
I know, but come on, we're in a rush, so.
I really had high expectations for our room, and I'm not sure it's coming across as I would like it. I think this looks really bad. Just make sure there's no bumps, like that can't. Like, I think it's kind of really important. I am really feeling the pressure at this point. I don't think the table looks ideal. Really messy. The clock starts ticking 3 hours before the guests arrive, and that's when we're allowed to start cooking, but we're still setting up.
Let's get in the kitchen. Come on, in a second.
Feeling pretty nervous, but just really eager to get into the kitchen and start cooking.
In the kitchen.
Big moment.
2 hours and 50 minutes to get here. We can do it.
All right, we're nearly on time. We both can panic at times. All right.
You can do it, okay?
Barley's definitely the one that stays positive and brings me back down. Yeah, let's do it. All right, I have to get onto the pate straight away. It's our entree. And I'm starting the pate, the chicken liver pate for entree.
Yeah, that also needs time to set.
For entree, we're cooking Grandma's brand new pate with homemade brioche and chutney.
There's few things that could go wrong with this entree for sure. If they overcook the livers, it'd be hard and really grainy and really unpleasant.
If I was the girls, I would be starting with the pate first job in the kitchen because it takes quite a lot of time for it to set.
You know this recipe like the back of your hand.
I've done this so many times. So my grandmother did this recipe. My Gran's a really special lady to me. I can thank Gran for my love of cooking. I remember being really little and being in her kitchen and her teaching me how to bake the best cakes. And she's a great cook and I'd love to do her proud today, hopefully, if I do a good job. I've definitely put a little bit of extra pressure on myself with this one. These shouldn't be more than 5 minutes. The first thing you do is saute the livers with onion, bacon, mushroom and some herbs. Pate, not everyone loves it.
It's a risky decision for us.
But I didn't eat pate or chicken livers before I tried this recipe, and I love it. I'm just going to leave it on the heat for a little bit because you don't want those livers to be too pink. My worry at the moment is that I might overcook the chicken livers. It's something that my Gran has emphasised to me that it's one of the most important elements of the dish. If it's overcooked, it changes the texture of the pate and it's really grainy and not very enjoyable.
Bianca, I'm just working on the brioche, which is the bread to go with the pate.
Yeah, for sure. Only 2 hours! The whole hour's gone, we've got nothing done! Sally, I thought I'd have the pate in the fridge by now. I put all the chicken livers and the pan drippings into the food processor, thinking this would be the easy part. I'm nearly finished here. Time is ticking. Why is this happening to me? Not working.
Nothing.
No idea why. Operator error? Why is this not working? Why? Why? I need your help here. I don't know what I'm doing. Ballet comes over to assist.
Stop moving. Okay, let me have a go at it.
Power's coming to it. What am I doing wrong?
Too full.
All of a sudden, we hear a huge bang, and our whole mixer with the brioche is on the ground.
They could have just broken our mixer.
If the mixer's broken, we're not going to be able to make the meringue for dessert.
And we don't have a
That's a
backup.
very valid point. Okay, button in. Power on. Okay, she's on 5, so that's bad. 0.
Yeah.
That was a close call. Massive relief.
Come on.
This is our pate. It needs to go in the fridge now.
So, Bianca, I'm trying to get this as smooth as possible.
Yeah.
I reckon that's the best way?
Definitely. We've put the pate through the fine sieve to get the nice, smooth consistency. Added the alcohol and a little cream. I feel like it's too thin. It's not thickening up enough. It's too runny. It's too runny. It triggers. We're meant to blitz it with the cream to make a nice, thick pate. If it's too runny, it won't set.
Let's try and get it thick then.
We decided to add the remaining chicken livers that didn't go through the sieve to thicken this up. But yeah, put it in
sure?
slowly, not all of it.
Without sieving.
It's a risky decision for us. We're changing your Gran's recipe.
Lumpy pate is going to be better than runny pate.
Hopefully it sets in time. 1 hour! Oh my God!
We can do it.
Time is going so fast.
It just seems like there's so much to do and so little time. Yeah, let's do the brioche. So what's the next step with that? Now we're going to roll the brioche dough into 3 little bowls and put them in a muffin tin so they rise to be a nice shape. So this is more for presentation, doing it like this?
Yep.
The brioche is going to need an hour to rise before we cook it.
These are rising already, Bianca.
Yeah. Now I'm going to start separating 8 eggs, unfortunately.
I'm not sure how well Thalia and Bianca are going to do. We can cook. We got 4s and 5s, and we can cook.
And we can handle the pressure. They might not be able to handle the pressure.
Sally, I'm just getting a start on the ice cream. The dessert, Bomb Alaska, is really complicated and we think it shows quite a bit of technique.
Ready?
Yep.
And go.
To make white chocolate ice cream, I make an egg yolk custard, strain that over the white chocolate and the cream, and churn it for about 30 minutes.
We're going to make all the other elements of the Bomb Alaska later.
So you're going to go onto the chutney for the entree?
Yep.
I begin working on the chutney. It's a pretty simple recipe, so I'm thinking I've got this easy.
And it's going to go with the brioche and brandy pate.
Brings a nice sweet element to it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it so fast, I'm not really thinking about quantities, which I probably should be. I start cooking all the ingredients, reducing the mixture, then I decide to have my first taste.
I just took a taste and it burnt my throat. There was so much ginger.
I get a huge rush of ginger. It burns my throat.
Okay, that's not good.
Can't believe I mucked it up.
I'm just thinking that the judges are going to be really harsh on me when they taste that strong ginger because it's going to overpower the pate.
It's got a really bad ginger aftertaste. Why did I do that? I'm so mad.
I'm really, really worried. It's just going to wreck our whole entree and that could set the tone for the rest of the night.
Can't believe I mucked it up, but I'm going to fix it.
I just start adding tons more ingredients, trying to kill that ginger flavour.
I'm going to try and add more apple.
More blackberries, more apple, more salt, more sugar, anything I can do to kill that ginger flavour.
Not too gingery?
Too gingery. It still needs more berries, but we're out of blackberries. We have to improvise.
So, do you reckon I should add blueberries?
Yes, I do. I think fresh blueberries, you can't go wrong.
All right, here we go.
Never added blueberries to it before.
I chuck them in and hope for the best.
It's not way too gingery.
We really feel like we're just winging it, and we don't like doing that. Gotta get changed.
Oh, let's go.
Yep.
These girls are going to do really well tonight.
Yeah, me too.
Both the girls have got a love for food, and I think it's good food in Tassie.
I'm pretty excited to see the girls as well.
I know that's a plus.
Yeah, that's just a plus.
Let's go. All right, I'm going to get the cocktails and the water done, and then we'll be ready.
So we're on the bottom of the leaderboard at the moment.
Come second.
Second.
If the girls really muck up, we're obviously really happy to go through. Yahoo, absolutely.
Yeah.
It'll be really interesting to see tonight if Dave and Corinne start feeling a little bit threatened if the girls put out some good food. That'll be a good one to keep an eye on, I think.
30 seconds, we're ready.
Do we have any more soda water?
We want the guests to think that we're on top of everything in the kitchen when we see them, so we just need to seem like we're relaxed and organised.
Door. Such a nice house. Awesome.
We're feeling really on top of things. What could go wrong?
Go away.
Whoa, big voices for 12-year-olds.
They look excited and they actually look quite confident. So the squeal was due to excitement, not panic.
They're lovely girls.
They're definitely the kind of the girls that you'd want to take home to your parents. Definitely. Lovely, sweet girls.
How you going? Harry seems to be extremely excited to be here. Not sure if it's for the food or the decor, maybe for something else.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. The girls' theme is just like them. It's young and vibrant.
Lots of beautiful fresh fruit and vegetables. There's flowers.
It's colourful and it's very inviting.
Wow.
There's
see menus on blackboards, homemade jam on the table.
Yeah.
They're just going over and beyond. I think that's really ambitious.
Welcome everyone to the Market Kitchen.
We love living in Tassie and we think good foods come from great produce, so that's what it's all about tonight.
Looks amazing.
That's gorgeous.
David and Corinne, they're at the bottom of the leaderboard. They should be worried. I mean, if they can nail this, these girls, they're going straight to the top.
We'll be out with your drink shortly.
In all sincerity, I'm thinking it's a little bit boring. You know, it's brown paper. Very simple.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Ooh, raspberries.
So what about this smiling assassin?
I don't know. I have no idea who the smiling assassin might be.
Everyone's smiling. I don't know who's an assassin inside.
It could be a smiling assassin.
Maybe that's why I'm getting a bit nervous.
I said that smile is too nice.
That's not me.
They sound like they're having fun in there. We're back in the kitchen. Only last element for the entree is to put the brioche in the oven. Yeah, hopefully don't forget about them.
Yeah.
The brioche has to be in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes.
I feel sick thinking about the judges coming.
Manu is our idol.
I just really want him to like it.
Knowing that Peter and Manu are going to be on our doorstep any second is so distracting.
Don't act nervous, Thalia.
Don't act nervous. You get to get a kiss.
We're in Tasmania and I'm really hoping that the girls get to use some beautiful local Tasmanian produce. We all know that Tasmania has some of the best produce in Australia.
It's real.
They're here.
Welcome to Tassie!
Hello.
Come on in! It's so surreal seeing them there.
Hello.
We get a kiss from each of them. A French kiss.
A French kiss.
Come in. Oh, that's not a French kiss. A French kiss with the tongue.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Double kiss.
Good evening.
Hello.
The restaurant looks really colourful. It's like a little fruit and veg market behind us.
Let's hope they can deliver on the food.
Welcome Peter, Manu and guests to the Market Kitchen.
Okay, so go ahead and turn over the menus. For entree tonight, we're having my grandma's brandy pate.
With brioche and chutney. And for main, we've got, surprise, surprise, fish and chips. But it might not be exactly what you're expecting. Interesting.
And then for dessert, we've got a bomb Alaska.
Bomb Alaska, I've had that for years. Really delicious.
Well, we're going to get back to the kitchen, so hopefully it won't be too long. Let's go.
See you soon.
Thanks, girls.
I'm really impressed with the menu right now. It's quite interesting that they're young, but they're actually attempting a lot of old classics.
I'm shocked and stunned. This isn't a competition menu. This is pretty boring stuff.
I think there's a lot more technique in our menu than what is on the girls' menu.
How hard is it to make fish and chips?
This is our first course in this competition.
Oh my God.
It's a huge deal. It's huge. Entree's the only thing on our mind at the moment. We start getting the wooden boards out to plate up, but we've got to keep an eye on that brioche. They're done!
They're great.
Yep.
The pate's setting in the fridge. Let's try it with a brioche and chutney.
Yep. We decided to take one out and make sure it's set.
I can honestly say I don't think I've ever been so nervous in my life.
Well, it's set beautifully.
It's set really well. We made the pate a bit thicker than I normally would. I think it was the right decision. I'm happy with how that's set. Like, you got
it's
it and
amazing.
you like it. Like,
Good consistency.
I love brioche. Not a huge fan of pate, but I'll try anything. I don't really like liver taste, and I don't really like pate taste as well.
I don't like pate. What's that? I don't like the idea of offal. Chicken livers.
It's a pretty risky dish to put up. Not a lot of people like it.
Could be an awful idea.
That's terrible.
let's try it by itself first.
You try the pate,
It's not salty enough, is it? It's not seasoned.
thinking that it doesn't have enough salt. We're really worried because there's nothing we can do about that. The pate's set, it's done, we have to serve it.
Okay, let's try the chutney by itself or on?
By itself. Saltier?
To be honest, it's a little bit gingery for my taste.
It's still not tasting right and I'm not happy with those flavours.
Ladies,
Hey!
how you going?
Good, we're just trying our dish. We're worried about salt in the pate, but...
Tell me about it. It's your grandma's?
Yeah, my great-grandma wrote in a recipe book, who gave it to my grandma, who gave the book to me. And yeah,
So
just
there's
learned it
4
that way.
generations.
One thing we did a bit differently tonight because it had to set so quickly, we did make it a little bit more thicker, chunkier, a bit more rustic.
So you've changed your grandma's or great-grandma's recipe.
Not the ingredients, yeah.
Yeah, no, we just...
And I'm really happy.
You've changed.
No!
I'm a little bit scared about it because if it's grandma's, you should leave it like that. If it's not perfect, I'll be very disappointed too. I'm gonna leave you to it. Make sure that everything that you put on the plate is gonna be perfect. Good luck.
Thank you. Bit of salt would have been perfect.
I'll fall apart if Manu hates our food. He's the one person that we just
really want to impress.
I got you something.
I think Harry is a big flirt.
Go on, take it.
He flirts with everyone. It's not like it's just like it's everyone. No.
Yeah, they are.
No.
I think even at some stage he might have been flirting with me, unless I was reading it wrong.
Redo.
Maybe he has a thing for older women.
That's what you want, right?
Harry is like one of those kids who tries to do 100 miles an hour between 2 stoplights.
Queensies.
And he thinks, look how cool I am. What a bullhead.
Just trying to be a nice guy.
All right, let's pick up our pace and start plating up the entree.
Let's start with the brioche. These two are quite good. That one's stupid.
That one's good. That one's better than that one.
Yeah.
Bianca's being very specific about the detail of this presentation.
More or less?
I think that's a little bit more.
A little bit more? Yeah. Yeah, there is quite a lot of it. It is important to get the chutney right. I think
want quite a bit.
It'd be worse to put too little. What do you think of that? That's overflowing. So I think that's good.
If we think there's an issue, we'd probably make it a bigger deal than it actually is, just because we want everything to be perfect. Do you think that looks good or like that or like that?
You do it. I
don't know.
Maybe on the edge, like that. Yeah, like that. Oh,
or further
yeah,
apart.
that. Yep, that.
I don't know. That.
Yep, that.
No.
Yep, it's good, Bianca.
This is my grandma's dish and I really want to do it proud.
It looks great.
All right, we haven't got it out yet. Let's do it. Entree is served.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Looks great. The meals are placed in front of us.
Thanks so much.
I'm thinking sharp, elegant, beautiful, and then look at my entree. It looks all right as well.
Elegant and perfect, like the girls.
Thank you, darling.
I'm looking at it and thinking, you know, pickled onion, there's a planner's lunch.
Seeing their faces, they're not giving anything away. I'm playing back, making it. I'm thinking, did we do that brioche right? Was it the right idea to add the extra chicken liver to that pate?
I'm just really worried about that ginger just overpowering all those other ingredients. And I'm worried that's going to let the whole dish down.
Flavia and Bianca for entree, you serve grandma's brandy pate with homemade brioche and chutney. You told me in the kitchen earlier on that you've changed the recipe.
We didn't really change it very much. We just blitzed it more than I usually would, just so it would set in time.
You think it was a good thing to do?
Yeah, we're happy.
100% happy
With the consistency?
with everything.
A million things are running through our minds. I feel sick to my stomach about what they're going to say.
And I'm starting to doubt myself on something that I thought I was so proud of. We're clenching each other's hands. This is the first critique we're getting from the judges. This is a huge moment.
Are you 100% happy with everything?
98% happy. We're really happy with what we put down. Yeah.
100%. You've blown my mind. That was a great start of the menu. The flavor, the consistency, liver medium rare, the way it should be, and the brioche, it was so good that it wasn't enough of it.
I loved your entree. Pate was just yum, very, very Moorish. Like Manu, it's gone. But what I loved the most was the chutney. That ginger just really worked because it gave it that sharpness and that hit.
You don't know what happened in the kitchen. Sorry to interrupt. The whole night, I was in such a rush when I made the chutney. I put way too much ginger in, and I was trying to balance the flavours the whole night.
I think if your grandma was here right now, I would give her a kiss on both cheeks, and I think she'd be very proud of you, girls. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bon appétit.
We didn't. Not enough ginger. Everything perfect brioche.
What was wrong with it?
Negative comment.
I can't believe that just happened. I honestly can't believe that just happened.
I was gonna vomit.
Wow. The best pate I've ever tasted.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's like a magical match made in heaven.
Yeah.
This stuff is amazing. I don't like pate usually, but that didn't taste like usually what. Maybe I eat really bad pate usually. That was really good. Pate, more like pate-tasty.
So I'm getting the potatoes done now as quickly as I can. You're going to cut the salmon to even shapes and just double check there's no bones.
For Maine, we're cooking fish and chips with a twist. The other contestants know that we work at a fish and chip punt, so reading the menu, I'm thinking they're going to be expecting your usual fish and chips.
Something greasy, something deep fried. Instead, we're cooking salmon in paper parcels with chilli and rosemary potato stack and grilled asparagus.
Yeah, so this is the size I'm going to go with.
Let me see.
We love cooking it in the paper because it really makes it nice and moist and keeps the flavours there.
This is going to take a long time.
You don't have to do a bow, Bianca, traditional or not.
Yeah.
It's really daunting thinking that we have to live up to the expectations of the entree because this dish has a lot more that can go wrong at this point.
Ideally, I'd love to get Maine on the table in 1 hour.
No, if not ideally, let's do it.
What?
I didn't season it or put lemon on it. Don't have lemon
Imagine
or
if you had
salt or
lemon.
pepper. Imagine.
Imagine if we had have realised that once we'd already served them.
Well, when I saw that on the menu, well, yeah, fish and chips. Gonna have to be really, really good at fish and chips. But they said there's a twist to it, so.
So maybe some polenta chips would be pretty amazing. Yeah, salmon, everyone's on that path. We're in Tasmania. Undercooked, crispy skin, lots of sea salt on the skin into a beautiful hot pan. Or maybe some whiting in like a tempura batter.
Jess seems to know a lot about food.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And I would love like a homemade, like either aioli or tartare sauce with some really chunky capers.
You're very descriptive when you talk about
Do you want to swap jobs?
A panel of 3.
Jess wants to be a third judge? Really?
I think everyone's going to be very eager to taste her food. Yeah.
Corinne, what are you expecting from the fish and chips?
Takeaway. Takeaway.
But I see the same thing, you know, fish and chips, beer battered fish and chips.
I hope it is. I love eating fish and chips. I think David's in panic mode at the table.
And he's trying to put seed of doubt into other people's heads, which is not a nice thing to do.
Seriously, it doesn't sound like a competition dish.
I don't think before you even get served something, you should be trying to bring them down.
It's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could twist it, fish and chips. Fish and chips could get a 1 or a 2. It's fish and chips.
I'm getting stressed.
Don't worry, I'm going to come help you.
This is definitely taking longer than I expected. It is time-consuming and frustrating.
How long have they been waiting already? I feel like
we're running a bit behind, but we'll be right. So we want to cook the potatoes before we put the salmon in, right? They're not boiling yet.
We've never cooked this many potatoes at the one time, so they're taking a lot longer to boil than they would do normally.
Shivers, time is going so quickly.
I know. Come on, potatoes, boil. Should I put the lids on?
Yep.
Why didn't we do more of this in prep?
And we should have been chopping those potatoes, getting them on the boil, and getting that salmon wrapped.
Okay, I reckon these potatoes are ready to go in. Do you want more?
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool. And they finally come to the boil. We strain them, put them on the oven dish. Cool. Spread them out into a thin layer. Rosemary, chili flakes, salt,
olive oil, into the oven.
Finally.
I'm going to blitz up the herbs.
Yep, and then you can probably start the aioli.
I've done aioli quite a few times. I've mucked it up quite a few times. It's something that I obviously struggle with.
The trick to it is adding the oil slowly and steadily while the aioli thickens up.
Slow and steady.
Time's passing quicker than I expected. We wanted to have the main out 1 hour after the entree, and that's just getting out of sight. That's not happening.
Let's check our chips. They're really, really, really hard.
Yep.
They're going to need a lot longer.
Not even time to turn it on grill.
Our original plan was to get the potatoes half cooked, take them out, put the salmon in, wait till that's done, then crisp them up with the potatoes.
We should have put them in earlier, shouldn't we?
They need 15 minutes. So is the salmon. Let's put the salmon in.
We have no choice but to put them in at the same time, and we don't know how they're going to cook together.
I think mine's going to have to go that way. Well, it will. Don't tell me. Mine doesn't fit. They don't fit.
No, they don't fit. What are we going to do?
The trays don't fit in the oven, even though it's such a big oven.
Get the oven shut. Get the oven shut.
God.
All right.
Nothing's going to plan.
Coming up,
Starving.
David cranks up his strategy.
It's fish and chips. With the smashed crabs and stuff.
Moment of truth.
As problems in the kitchen go from bad to worse.
Overcooked, Bianca.
Yes, it's overcooked.
NKR is homegrown, like farm fresh Tasmanian potatoes. Coles Aussie grown fresh fruit and veg is homegrown, just like NKR.
It just seems like 100 years for us, doesn't it? Starving. Fish and chips ready yet? Maybe it's a long way to the fish and chip shop. Who knows, but we're hungry.
I don't actually realise it's been a while until Dave points it out, which I thought was a little bit cheeky considering his main took so long. A little bit of sour grapes.
Maybe try and reorganise these and see if we can get more on here without cramming them.
Yep.
Fall that way.
We're just going to have to squish them. We've got no choice, literally. There we go. Let's put it in.
We decide we have to squish them all onto the one tray.
Under half an hour and this has to be served, no option.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
We're unsure about how the salmon's going to cook underneath the potatoes, but because the potatoes took so long, we have no choice but to put them in at the same time.
So it's been an hour and a half right now.
An hour and a half. That is a really long time.
For fish and chips. At work, we'll get that out 3 minutes probably.
Yeah, if anyone was waiting longer than 7, we'd have complaints.
I'm really nervous about keeping everyone waiting. We've been in that situation before, and we know that the guests around the table get really grumpy when they're hungry.
Are we crazy cooking this many salmon for the...
We're probably crazy.
Time flies here. If it wasn't for the company, you know?
Oh, Dave.
Particularly yourself.
No one sat there and sabotaged his meal. We only judged him on the food, and not the 2.5 hours that it took to get the main. Right now, they're at the bottom. One should take defeat gracefully.
Yeah. David and Corinne, you've had a little bit of issues with timing as well.
Yeah.
How do you feel right now?
Hungry.
Hungry?
It's fish and chips. With the smashed crabs and stuff.
That's true.
It's past my bedtime.
For a grown man to be doing this, in my eyes, is very wrong. He did a poor job, accept it, and not try and take other people down with him. I really dislike. I was really not enjoying him being so negative. David's being negative, and then the next thing, he's laughing and having a joke.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Sam's probably smiling assassin.
I'm getting the salmon out. Let's pray that it's ready.
I really hope that's ready. Yep,
It feels firm. Let's get
Put
it
it just here.
Here on the chopping board. Moment of truth.
Still... Ooh.
Overcooked, Bianca.
Yes, it's overcooked. We've got to get that on the plate now. We've got to take them out. I think they're overcooked. And they're sitting there, they're cooking now.
They're still going to be cooking on the plate in that paper.
Just get them on the plate?
Yep.
Like that?
Yep, the plan is go, 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 go. Just don't stop and let's just get it out as quick as we can.
I'm getting the potatoes out, all right? Oh, this is so heavy.
Put it on the griddle. Yeah, good work. They look good.
They're crunchy. That's good. I'm putting on the
good,
parmesan.
Bella. That's a good amount. Okay, let's get these out as quick as we can and just fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I feel like we just don't have any idea. They're not hot, though. They're really hot. They taste good.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was so rude.
The plan for the main is to place the parcel open with a dollop of aioli, potatoes in a presentation ring with 2 asparagus.
We're pumping to the end.
Feeling really nervous that the salmon's going to be overcooked.
Okay,
They look
let's
good.
go.
Presentation's good. Main is served.
I'm pleased with that dish, but I'm thinking it's not as good as our entree, and I'm just really worried that it's not going to live up to the expectations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Looks lovely. You know, you got a waft of, it smelled beautiful.
What waft did you get?
I got a nice lemony waft.
Lemony waft. Okay, just checking.
Thank you.
I can tell it's salmon in the bag, and is all I'm hoping is please do not be overcooked, because I just think of the steam that can be caught in that bag. And I think, wow, that's going to be hard to get that salmon the same on everyone's plate.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Looked down at the dish and I thought, what? What? Salmon and potato salad. This doesn't take 2 hours to make. I wasn't optimistic before. I think it's very hard to get a lower score than us. But I'm becoming more optimistic.
We have no idea if theirs is cooked really well. It could be so inconsistent. One could be overcooked, one could be undercooked. We can't be confident until we see the middle of that fish.
Girls, you have to organise yourselves better. To wait for a dish like that is that simple, there's no excuses. I was expecting to look at your plate and just go, wow. But I went, In saying that, my fish was cooked beautifully. Salmon, you've got such a thin line. If it's undercooked for a dish like this, it's not that enjoyable, but if it's overcooked, it's a disaster. That was perfect. I love the lemon, I love the little bit of herb on there. It was well seasoned. That little parcel was really nice.
The technique that you use, what we call papillote in French, it encases whatever flavors that you could be adding in there. You need to add more to it. A few vegetables, a bit more dressing, maybe a bit of butter or olive oil, something to make a sauce out of it. A good dish, girls, but nothing great.
Thank you. I understand what the judges are saying. They liked everything, but after such a long wait, they're expecting more.
I open it up and it smells great. It's good to get a present from the girls, so I enjoyed that.
Love the potatoes. Even though they're not chips, they're cooked to perfection.
They're yummy.
And I eat them all.
Mine's cooked really well. It's close to melting in my mouth.
Before I even put it in my mouth, I can tell by breaking it away with the fork that it's overcooked. It's white, like a whitish pink all the way through. It's not that red anymore, it's not flaky. I put it in my mouth and the texture, it goes floury in my teeth. Can't eat it overcooked. I'd rather just not eat it at all. I'm devastated.
I took from the thickest part of the fish, and it was definitely undercooked at the bottom. The flavour of the salmon's good. That's not the cooking, that's the fresh salmon. I'm thinking a 3 or a 4.
What a waste of a good piece of fish.
Ready, Bianca? Let's do this.
Do you feel confident?
I feel confident.
One more dish to go.
We do not want to keep them waiting. For dessert, we're cooking bomb Alaska.
I like
great flavour. I like.
It's not too sweet.
Each bomb Alaska will have a cake base covered with a layer of ice cream and then covered in nice meringue, which will blowtorch so it's nice and crispy. We've done our cake and we've done our ice cream, so it's my job now to cut them to size while Bianca makes the meringue and raspberry coulis. We want the coulis to be a little bit sour so it counterbalances the sweetness of the bomb Alaska. And then together we're just hoping to assemble them really quickly.
Yum, ice cream's so good. And they're melting. I don't know if I should put this in.
They're really melting.
Yep.
Not loving it.
Put it in. 6.
As I'm cutting the ice cream with the moulds, it's taking me a lot longer than I thought to get them out. Even just from transferring them from the bench to the fridge, I can see them melting with the touch of my hand. This is not a good sign.
Be really quick with it, because I am worried about it melting.
The difficulty with this dish is plating up. We have to put it together and serve it before the ice cream melts, but at the same time, we have to cover it in meringue and blowtorch that so it cooks. It's really risky.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's assemble and just do it.
Ice cream melts, it's going to wreck the whole bomb Alaska.
Yeah, and imagine going out and it's melting. So what's important is that we seal it all with meringue before we blowtorch it.
Yep. Oh, we've got to be so quick now, Bianca.
This is going to take forever.
It's going to take so long.
Oh, God. Yeah, try piping. Think about it, this could be make or break us going home. It's taking too long, the ice cream's starting to melt. We don't know if we should put the meringue on all of them, put them back in the fridge, or blowtorch as we go.
Total panic at the moment. All our plans just went out the window and we're honestly just slapping meringue onto these cakes. It feels like kindergarten doing finger painting.
I'm not good at putting this on. I think you're going to have to do it. Honestly. Look, you do it.
Okay, you're not believing in yourself and you're losing it.
The more we handle them, the more the ice cream melts. We are so stressed at this point. We just want to get them out as quick as we can, and we don't want that ice cream to just be custard on the plate.
They're just melting. This has never melted so much. Mine's completely just gone. I don't know what to do.
Bomb Alaska, it's almost like a comfort food for me. It was 70s. Fond memories of Bomb Alaska. I think everybody made it at every dinner party with a bit of brandy, a bit of flame on the top, and I remember meringue and warmth and Mum was cooking, you know.
I think because a lot of people haven't tried this dessert, a lot of people will be looking to David, whether it's a genuine, authentic Bomb Alaska,
But flamboyant.
which could be tricky.
Sneaky, sneaky.
It's got a flame. There has to be a flame there for me to appreciate it.
You can't expect to have fire coming out of your Bomb Alaska, and hearing him say that he wants fire, there's paper on the table, so definitely not a...
Not a good idea.
One blowtorch. There's another one down. Yes, they look funny, but...
Okay, good. They just look...
This is so messy.
You haven't even tasted it in its entirety.
It looks a complete mess. I'm just really, really worried at this point that it's going to look so terrible.
It's starting to melt. Let's just go, go, go. Total panic. I have meringue all over my hands, all over the blowtorch. Cakes on the ground. The plates are filthy. I can't believe we're going to present this to the judges. This is not the dessert we
envisioned.
We get the bottle of Cooley and we're literally just squiggling it on the plate with a bunch of raspberries. No one's counting anything. This is not like us.
It's so important to get to the table before it melts.
Ice cream is literally melting in front of us. We can see the drips falling onto the plate, and that's our worst nightmare.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'm very worried about the presentation. I'm just hoping that when they take a bite, they'll love the flavour.
That one, that one, that one. Go.
All right, we're out of here.
Go.
Let's go. Dessert's ready. Hope you enjoy it.
To be honest, I do not feel proud putting this dessert in front of the judges. Let's just hope that the taste is enough to get us through and the flavours speak for themselves. Thank you.
Thank you. I think the presentation could have been a bit better.
Thank you very much. At this point, the only thing that can save us from being last is that dessert to be a failure.
This Bomb Alaska really has to bomb. Where's the flame? There's no flame.
Definitely not the prettiest dish. What did you think of it?
It wasn't how we envisioned it at all.
It was very ambitious trying to do 12.
Yeah. Just had to go as quick as we could because we were worried about the ice cream melting. It was crazy.
Presentation, definitely was lacking.
Squiggles on the plate. This is probably the last time I'd like to see it in this competition. You could have just spooned just a little puddle of the sauce on the plate, put the Bomb Alaska just off it or on it, and it just would have looked a lot classier. As far as the Bomb Alaska goes, the cake had beautiful chocolate tones to it. It was really nice. Dry, so some syrup, and just to get that flavour in there and moisten it. I said it with the main course, and I'll say it again, it was a good dish, but it didn't wow me.
Probably a hard dessert to get out on time. The fact that the ice cream just melts really quick, you have to hurry, hurry, hurry. So by the time it got to us, it's starting to lose its shape. Saying that, I think the ice cream was beautiful. Love. Not a huge fan of white chocolate, but the way you combined it with the raspberry was fantastic. The meringue was what a meringue should be. Beautifully caramelized on top. And the sharpness of those raspberry and the coulis to go with the sweetness of that meringue also worked very well. Thank you.
Thank you. The night overall, I'm so proud of us. So proud. Yeah. So hard making that for so many people.
Yeah, God.
The cake's a little bit dry, but other than that, the ice cream tastes homemade and beautiful.
The meringue is velvety and soft. The ice cream wasn't too sweet, had a great flavour, it was very smooth.
I've never had a Bomb Alaska, nor have I ever attempted to make it. A little dry? Was yours dry?
My cake was definitely dry. It wasn't moist like it should be.
Yeah.
This is definitely not Mum's Bomb Alaska.
Thalia and Bianca will now be given a score out of 10 by the other teams.
So for entree, we had Grandma's brandy pate with the homemade brioche and chutney.
I thought that was amazing.
It's like the best pate I've ever had.
So for main, we had fish and chips. I really enjoyed it. I thought the potatoes were done well.
My fish was really dry. I was disappointed, I love my salmon and I was expecting it to be amazing after that awesome pate.
So for dessert, there was a Bomb Alaska. I would have loved it if there was more ice cream because I loved the flavour of that ice cream.
Yeah, the ice cream was homemade, it was delicious.
There was no flame. A real Bomb Alaska has got flames pouring out of it. The ice cream's pumping out the side.
I think overall they did a really, really good job tonight. I was really impressed. Maybe around an 8?
8's fair.
Yeah.
So we're going to give them an 8 out of 10 for tonight.
Girls a 10 out of 10. Food, 8 out of 10.
Do you think an 8?
I believe an 8.
Okay.
We'll give them an 8 out of 10.
I'm thinking a 7.
I'm thinking an 8.
An 8? It's a pretty high score.
We score Thalia and Bianca an 8 out of 10.
Tonight, I think the girls have done really well. The only thing is, my fish, I couldn't eat it, so I feel like they deserve a 7. Yep.
Sure.
We're giving the girls a 7 out of 10. Let's go.
There's so much on the line. It's really hard to comprehend it all and know that what we just did is really make or break.
Besties Thalia and Bianca brought Tassie to the table and youth to the kitchen. They impressed everyone with a superb entree.
100%.
Damn it.
But doubts were raised over the main.
It doesn't sound like a competition dish.
I love eating fish and chips.
Leaving a bad taste in everyone's
What a
mouth.
waste of a good piece of fish.
Thalia, this is so messy.
Dessert was delivered in a mad rush.
There's no flame.
But despite appearances, it was a sweet finish to the night. Has the youngest team of the group done enough to take the lead?
Thalia and Bianca, we'd just like to say thank you for a terrific evening, beautiful hospitality here in Tasmania. The guest teams have given you a combined total score of 39 out of 50.
59! Honestly, have never been so amazed about anything.
Really pleased. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
And now it's our turn. We'll be scoring each dish out of 10.
Ladies, for entree, we've had the Grandma's brandy pâté with homemade brioche and chutney. It was top entree to start the menu. The pâté was to die for. Great texture. The brioche, fluffy and sweet and melting in the mouth.
It's worth coming to Tassie to eat that pâté. I especially love that chutney. It was a perfect accompaniment with that beautiful creamy pâté and the homemade brioche. Girls, the score I'm giving you for your entree this evening is a 10.
The score I'm going to give you for this entree is a 10.
10! Oh my god. We never in our wildest dreams thought that we would get 2 10s on our first time ever cooking in this competition.
Well, they got the first 10.
Yeah.
I think it's well deserved. That pâté, that entree, it was delicious. Good on them.
We should have got the 10 though.
Ladies, for main course, we've had fish and chips. The salmon, I felt that technique was missing. I felt like flavor was missing into that salmon. Potatoes were well seasoned, and the aioli was great too. But I felt, compared to your entree, I was waiting for a bit more than that. The score I'm giving you for your main course is a 6.
I loved your salmon. I thought it was cooked so well. Just melted in the mouth, exactly as salmon should be cooked. And for that, I'm going to give you a score of 7.
We've already got great scores. If we can keep it up,
yeah,
I will be blown away.
Thalia and Bianca, for dessert, you served us a bomb Alaska. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough of that beautiful ice cream and maybe a little too much of that cake, which was also a little dry. The score I'm giving you for your dessert is a 6.
What I loved about your menu tonight was that everything was made from scratch. With the dessert, you made your own ice cream, your own cake base, your meringue, plus the coulis. The ratios were a little bit out, but it was well balanced. The score I'm giving you for your dessert is a 7. So, ladies, that gives you a combined total score of 85.
I can't believe that. 85, God. We didn't think we'd get over 60.
I didn't think we could ever do this. At the start of the night, when everything was going so bad, I never thought we'd pick it back up and pull it back together the way we did. I'm amazed at our score.
Thalia and Bianca go straight to the top of the leaderboard with 85 points, leaving David and Corinne at the bottom facing possible elimination.
So the girls have put on a show tonight, and next is the boys.
Yep, that's it.
How do you feel?
The girls have really set the bar quite high, but I think Christo and I are going to push ourselves and really step it up.
I guess we'll see you in Melbourne.
Harry and Christo.
It's their turn now.
They've been talking the talk, but can they walk the talk?
I'll have to see. We're expecting a fair bit from them, actually.
Better be good.
See you guys.
We want to do a great job for Victoria. We're both probably a bit anxious about what's to come, but we're excited.
Thank you. Well done. Thank you.
We leave another chance, prove to these people that we're good at this stuff. This is what we do. We need somebody to bomb out. Okay. It's down to Harry and Christo now. We'll come and get you.
Yeah. See you in Melbourne.
Quick, hurry up, hurry up. Tomorrow on My Kitchen Rules. Best mates, Harry and Christo. What a mark. Get ready to kick some goals.
We've got high expectations of the boys. You know, these guys know how to cook. Yep.
Just stuffed up the mixture.
Just relax, though. For us to stay in this competition, you're going to need a disaster.
Nothing's going right. Nothing's going to plan.
We just lost half a dozen eggs. Far out.
Will the pressure prove too much for Harry?
I'm so sorry, Christo.